Hello. My name is Katie Carson. I am the Duchess of Suds here at Royalty Soaps, and today we are going to be making a soap full of tiny things. If you are new to this channel, or even new to the videos this month in March 2020, the theme is Petrichor Musings. I explain all of my creative thoughts behind this particular collection in the first video, which I will link now in the upper right-hand corner. Everything's opposite in Filmland, in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. So you can get kind of a feel for what we're trying to do here. But today, we're going to go a little bit darker. We're going to go a little bit more mysterious. We are heading down the trail of the Bronte sisters' sort of gothicness. But it's still really cute and fun. Let's be real. I'm not making anything too eerie. It's not in my nature. But before we begin, we have a video sponsor for today, and we are doing a $100 gift card giveaway. Our sponsor for today's video is Rakuten. You guys know I've worked with Rakuten, which was formerly known as 𝐕𝐝𝐻𝑡s in the past. Oh my gosh, y'all. I talk about this every single time, but I really mean it. Rakuten has done a lot for my business personally because essentially it is an online rebate program partnering with over 2,000 online stores to just save you guys money, like free, no strings attached. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just install the browser, type in your email, and quarterly they send you a check. It really is that simple. I save money every single month. They partner with people like Best Buy, Walmart, eBay, and essentially Rakuten is like, hey, I know you're already getting a good deal and maybe you already have a coupon, but would you like another discount that won't void your coupon? And you're like, yes. So to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is sign up for Rakuten down below. It's just an email address, and then enter the giveaway. And yes, if you already have a Rakuten account, just skip step 1 and go straight to step 2. Come on, all you millennial friends. I know you do the majority of your shopping online. I'm one of you. I know how it is. Save some money. Just install the browser extension. It's really, really easy. Thanks, Rakuten, for being like literally the absolute best sponsoring this video. As you guys know, sponsorships make all of Royalty Soap's content free. We don't do a Patreon. I will never do a Patreon. So without further ado, let us make our forage soap. So the first thing we're going to do is put our stick blender in the oils and give it a little shake. And I'm going to pour my lye water solution into my oils. As you can see, my lye water solution looks like water. Sometimes it's a bit cloudy, sometimes it's clear as crystal. And now we blend. I have two accent colors for this soap, a green and a green. Now into this first container, I'm going to be adding some green oxide, not green vibrance, green oxide. It makes a very pretty forest green color. Actually, I think it's a little lighter than forest green, but whatever. And then I have a special blend of two different colors from Mad Micas, Snake Island and 3 Olive Martini. And by putting a blue toned green and a gold toned green together, I'm hoping that I can get a really neato effect. And then into the big container, I'm adding some kale and clay, a little bit of TD, any of the green that's left on my little spatula here, my teeny tiny baby spatula, and some apricot seed. Let's see what I think about this. I know that I'm gonna like this color. It ain't custom, but it sure is pretty. Now let's give this one a try. Aw, yes. This is almost exactly what I wanted. I think I might slightly lighten this green over here, though. I'm just gonna mix that in with my spatula for now, but I will blend it up with my stick blender a little later on. I love adding apricot seed. And I added just enough TD to lighten it a little so that the base looks a little bit sandy, but not so much that it turns it a very stark white. All right, let's blend them up. All right, I've got these looking how I like them. So it's time to add in my fragrance oil. So this is called Pacific Trail. It's from Brambleberry, and it's a little bit hard to describe. It's sort of an earthy seaside smell. It does smell like you're on a walk. I wouldn't know what the Pacific Northwest smells like because I've never been there, but I'd like to think it does smell exactly like this. I'm just gonna to blend in the fragrance oil by hand using my spatula.
It does smell like the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, have you been there?
No, but I know what it smells like.
Have you smelled it in your dreams?
Dreams of the Pacific Northwest. Oh. What a treat.
Name one state immediately in the Pacific Northwest.
Pacific? Which side is the Pacific on?
Oh my gosh. Okay, we will be back after this quick commercial break to pour these two into our 2 Brambleberry molds.
Washington.
Yeah, I said that because that's where Brambleberry is.
It is?
Alright, so I'm pouring a generous helping of the base color into the mold because I do want to do a drop swirl, but I don't want that green to like be sitting on the bottom. Alright, let's start pouring our accent colors. I've allowed them to thicken a little. Like I said, we don't want this to go all the way down. We want it to sit pretty close to the top. Comes around 2. And now I'm going to start to layer these pretty shallowly. Is that a word? Shallowly?
Shallowish.
Shallowish? Yeah, I'd call this pretty shallow. Man, I love this green. That's a good one. Alright, I gotta tap these down. Whee! Ooh. These have been tapped. Ooh, wait. I was gonna say they've been tapped down, but let's swirl the top for fun. And now we can mix up the soap frosting. So I have myself a split tone piping of that sage green and then the dark sort of forest green. And we're gonna do a 3, 2, 1 on this sucker. I'm very excited. This is a little bit thicker than I'm used to working, but that's okay. I want some very strong ridges on this soap. And I've turned the bag so you can see both colors on the outside. I can't wait to show you guys all the toppings that I have. So let me tell you a little bit about the inspiration for our forage soap. Well, first of all, here's the 2 pictures that kind of inspired it. But as a kid, I just remember wanting to put lots of small objects in little baskets or burying them in a little pond or putting them in a shallow dish. The love of tiny things is extreme, and I loved marbles and just clear pieces of glass and like washing them in my mom's ceramic planters. And I feel like trinkets and trinket dishes are very, very Victorian. As an example of tiny things I love, my friend Caroline had a creek whenever we were growing up in her backyard, and we would send little frogs down the creek in the tops of acorns.
They stuck their little hands on the ledge and they looked like they were going on a little journey.
That's
with
right.
Their bug eyes blinking unsynchronized. Where's my mother? Where's my father? And where am I going?
Now, I should say, by sending them down the creek, I mean, the creek was piddling. It was going super slow. Those frogs were actual frogs and not toads. We did know the difference. They were already in the water, and I think they liked it. They just hopped away if they tumbled over.
They were having the time of their lives.
They were. We never ever hurt a frog. We were very conscious of their little lives. We loved them. So, teeny tiny frogs in teeny tiny little acorns with Mancala chips. You know what I'm talking about. They're the little glass bits that are in the Mancala game. They're like flat-backed beads. We'd use those beads as currency sometimes, but more often to decorate our little hideouts.
Much to our mother's dissatisfaction.
Yes, agreed. She's like, please keep those in the house. She didn't know some of the times we did it. Okay. All the piping is on, so let's get some of our tiny things. The first little bit I'm gonna add are acorns. So I'm gonna put my little acorns on the side here. I think it'll look nice to have them flat because there's a lot of texture on them. And not all of the embeds will be on all of the soaps. There will be a variety. I also don't know when gazing balls were invented. You know, like the big, beautiful orbs in people's gardens. I feel like that might have been a Victorian thing too, but don't quote me on it because I'm not sure. I know they liked looking glasses and magnifying glasses, so I do have a little clear circle that I'm going to put on the top, like a little crystal ball. I think this is a really cool perspective for you guys to be looking at because you can actually see both sides of the soap as I'm adding embeds. This is a little more like how I used to do soap making videos because I had a lot lighter of a camera so I could stick out the camera further. As you upgrade your cameras, they seem to get heavier.
The internet says gazing balls were first used in the 13th century for spiritual and aesthetic reasons.
Really?
These globes were handmade by Italian artisans in Venice and often graced palace gardens. European kings believed these mouth-blown glass spheres held mystical powers and brought good luck for the monarch and his family.
That's me! Next, I'm putting on these little leaves. They're going to go right next to the acorn. We used to make leaf crowns with the leaves, with a little leaf and a little stick. Did you guys used to do that when you were kids? Make little leaf crowns? Or maybe have a parent help you do it because it is a little bit difficult. Here are the little gazing balls. I'm going to add this to the side of the other soap because once again, I'm not going to be able to add all the embeds to every soap. This is part of the forage soap. You don't know which tiny treasures will be on top. Ooh, they look like little dewdrops. I love it. Okay guys, this next edition I'm really excited about. Look at these little fluff balls. Now, I believe there's two names for this. I know them as Globe Amaranth, but I think they also have like a scientific name. I don't know. I believe a lot of people use them as an herbal tea, but they can be found in Texas. I know for sure that the Dallas Arboretum has some growing. I also believe some people may know them as a type of straw flower because once they dry out, they feel like straw. They're very, very crunchy. The all-natural range of artisan soaps I am working on, one of them is going to have these on top. I'm very excited. I'm gonna spin this so it's a little easier for me to reach. And then on this side, I'm going to add some little soapy mushrooms. I'm gonna stand these guys straight up so it looks like they're growing. Oh my gosh, this one might end up being my favorite high top of the month. Kenneth, come over and see these globe flowers. You'll like these. Boop.
Ooh, they're so colorful.
I know.
They look like little pom-poms.
I know. Nature's pom-poms.
They make a pleasant squisha sound.
That should be my video on a different channel then. I think I've decided that the final embed for this one needs to be a gazing ball right underneath my little globe flower. The final thing I have to decide is whether or not I want to add some rose petals to the top. So I'm going to sprinkle a few on these soaps. Oh, I do think I like it. Not too many and only down the middle if I can make that happen. Now, I don't know if I've ever said this before, but Brambleberry's roses that they sell are my favorite because they are all petal and hardly any stem. Anybody else peddling petals always has twice as many stems as they do petals.
Shady peddlers.
They are shady peddlers. What do you think, Kenneth? Is this making all of your childhood tiny trinket dreams coming true?
I love it. It looks like a miniature Pacific Northwest.
Oh my gosh, I'm deceased. I love it. All right, so I'm gonna spritz this with rubbing alcohol, focusing on the embeds that are not actual flowers. You can see those gazing balls looking nice and shiny. They're super clear, which means that when you add it to your bath, you'll be getting a crystal clear gazing ball. That's what I want. Oh, all right, and we're finished. The forage soap is complete. You guys, I am pleased as punch. The little gazing balls, the little flowers. Oh my gosh, I love it all. Okay, so we are gonna wait 18 to 24 hours and then we are gonna come back. We are going to cut up these loaves and take a peep at the inside after this quick commercial break. Y'all, I'm about to be a very bad tiddlywink. Quite frankly, it hasn't been long enough for me to unmold my soaps. I normally like to wait 18 to 24 hours as previously stated, but these are so cute, I have to unmold them now, 14 hours later. I mean, just look at them. Okay, let's see if it will be a nice. Let me unmold it right now. With certain fragrance oils, you can do this, and it's not that big a deal. Other ones are a little more finicky. Let's see, it seems to be a little sticky. Maybe I should put it in the freezer. Oh, okay, this is coming off pretty good. Little sticky, but not a lot. Also, I forgot that this fragrance oil discolors, and I think it's actually gonna work in my favor for once. It's not the smoothest unmolding job I've ever done, but I'm being hasty and it'll do. I'm having to clean this off real quick because I forgot to do it last time. So, due to the delicate nature of this particular loaf, I think I'm gonna turn it on its side, even though this new cutter has the clearance to cut a high top, because this frosting is a lot firmer, and I don't want it to smash down onto the soap. Actually, I don't think I have enough clearance to do that, so never mind. Okay, I think I've lined everybody up, so very carefully. No, don't cut my flower. Move, Mr. Flower. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Why do I do this to myself? This was a bad idea. Much regret, much despair. Okay, we made it past the hardest part. It's gonna be fine. So, let us take one out. Boop, boop, boop. Ooh! It does discolor. I was right. And it's going to be in my favor because this is supposed to look like, you know, something you've foraged and something you've looked for out in nature. And this seems like it's going to be a nice tan brown like dirt. Also, it smells rad. Like oh yeah, I really lucked out with this one. I would bet that it's starting to turn a little bit brown because I can smell some amber in here. There's some warmth in there. And anytime you get anything that's kind of woodsy, ambery, vanilla-y, it discolors most of the time. I'm loving the two-toned piping as well. That's really nice. This is very similar to my original drawing. Please do not judge my rubbish drawing skills, but you can see looks pretty darn similar. I did not have the proper crayon color for this green that I wanted, so I had to make do with an olive shade, but that looks pretty similar. Pretty gosh darn similar. I love it when stuff works out. Ooh, look at the piping on that one. Oh, so nice. Just want to give a shout out to Brambleberry for knocking that fragrance oil out of the park. It's so complex and delightful. So, let's do a question of the day. Due to the outdoorsy nature of this soap, the question of the day is actually Kenneth's idea, and it is, do you prefer road tripping or camping more? I feel like I've only gone camping like 2 times in my whole life. And I've gone on plenty of road trips, so I'm gonna say road tripping. Caleb and I really love to road trip together. We like reading books out loud to one another and just having like uninterrupted talk time, and then seeing a random gas station that's like, whoa, you've never tried cotton candy like ours, and we're like, let's stop right now in the middle of nowhere and try this cotton candy. So yeah, basically road trips are the best. But I want to know your opinion. Do you like going on camping trips or road trips better? All you have to do to vote on the question of the day is click the I in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I am so happy with it. The soap almost makes me a little bit emotional. I'm not even gonna lie, because the things on there are so tiny, it makes me want to cry. Am I the only one that gets like that? Where you just see something that's so small and you're just like, it's so cute. I feel tears in my eyes. No, just me? Okay, well, that's all right. I'm all right with being the weirdo of the group. I mean, just look at our little mush friend. But honestly, the fragrance is so good. Earthy, woodsy, Pacific traily. If you'd like to get your paws on this soap, it will be available on April 4th with the rest of the Petrichor Musings collection. Thanks again to Rakuten for sponsoring today's video, and once again, you guys should enter the giveaway down below. $100 Visa gift card giveaway. It can help you with your soap making journey, or maybe just, you know, pay a bill or two. Be sure you do something fun for yourself today, whether that's going out on a walk and trying to find and collect teeny tiny trinkets. One time when I was in my parents' creek, I found a skeleton key that was buried underneath a rock. I really hope now as an adult that that wasn't somebody's like precious treasure they hoped they could come back and get, because I totally took that thing. But seriously, a skeleton key out in the woods, like my little romantic brain could hardly handle it. I know I went home and wrote in my journal about it. Just do something that makes you happy today. I mean that seriously, just one little thing. It can be very small, even if that's like, I don't know, brushing your hair. Sometimes that's just a really nice way to relax. And I will see you guys next time. The next video is the signature Petrichor soap. It's the one that kind of encapsulates the entire series, and I'm excited about it. So I'll see you then. Bye for now. Meow.